Okay, let's go out for a solo sail. This should be fun. Okay, so first thing, find somebody to help you get off the dock. Hey Hank.
Hello?
Yeah, any chance I can get a hand?
Yep.
Thanks. Okay, let's see.
Nice day for sailing.
Yeah, I hope so. We got one line left. Great. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I don't sink this boat.
No, take your time.
Thanks. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're in reverse. So. Great. Okay, good, thank you. Try to keep off him. Okay. And in my haste, I forgot to do one thing. As you can see, all the instruments are dark. So, because I saw Hank there, I completely forgot to go down and turn the breaker on from the instruments. So I just got to be a little bit careful about my depth. I think I know this lake well enough to know that I'm not going to run aground. Okay. So. Looks like we're headed pretty straight. So instead of using autopilot, I'm just going to dial in this lock here. I'll just keep the rudder locked. Yep. There's a bit of a turn to it. Okay, and we're going to rush down. Let's get there. That should do it. Got to rush down and turn on the switches I should have turned on earlier. Okay. So, lesson to the wise. Don't do like I did. Make sure you label your things properly. So we're going to turn on AutoHelmn, and we're going to turn on Garmin, and we're going to turn on the VHF instruments. And good, we're all set. Okay, and we haven't crashed into anything yet. Okay, good. So we are now going to take this off. We will go to show you this. This is autopilot. So we're on standby right now. Display screen. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so it's on standby right now. And I click in the lock and then go to autopilot. And so now it will compensate. Now the nice thing about autopilot here, there's settings on it. I find this thing is way too sensitive. So I just go into response level, turn it down to something reasonable. I find 2 is good. Save that, go back, and good. So it's not going to keep trying to correct every 2 seconds. That'll save the battery too once I shut the engine off. Okay. So we got a little powerboat crossing our path. Slow down a little bit, and we're going to. Oh, really? 10 knots of wind? That wasn't forecast. That's apparent though. So once we throttle back, it might be a little less. So I'm gonna line up the boat to be head to wind. We're almost there. Assuming my instrumentation is accurate. It's telling me I'm almost head to wind. Well, that's about right, but okay. So everything's clear, very good, depth. So let's get that big old sail up. An important thing. Oh, damn, another thing I forgot. Have your bloody winches, winch handles ready. These are, of course, buried way down deep. There's the winch handle. Got those. Okay. That's what happens when you rush. Get a little knot here, fellow sailors. Okay, let's get this sail tie off. It's always good to have contrasting color sail ties so you know you have them on. Because if you have white sail ties on a white sail, you're going to try and raise that bloody sail and you're going to go, why is the sail not going up? Okay, so let's watch the sail. It's filling in a bit more on one side than the other. So the wind is kind of coming from the starboard side. That would be a starboard. So we might want to just readjust before I take it up the rest of the way. Okay. So we're going to just go a bit more into the wind using the autopilot. It's like playing a video game. Okay. So maybe we can stop that sail from opening up on that side. Because what happens, it doesn't go up perfectly centered. It tends to get caught on things. Like lazy jacks. Lazy jacks are great for dropping your sail, but as I can see, yeah, it was already caught on the on one of the battens. Okay, so let's. Oh God, I gotta get a. Okay, good. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna crank it up the rest of the way because it ain't that strong anymore. Come on. Okay. Good. Okay. We have a sail up. Okay, let's just throw that there for now. Okay. Good. Okay. Put that there. Comfort. Okay. Just gonna throttle back a little bit. And let's take her out of autopilot. So hit standby. Release the handle. Okay. And we're just gonna turn into some wind. There we go, we're on a starboard tack, which is great. Being on a starboard tack gives you right of way. So, you'll have to watch out for me. Okay. So, I'm going to shut the engine off now. Go to neutral. And let's just kill that engine. Neutral. Come on, baby. There we go. Turn the key off. Okay, we are sailing. So while we're fairly smooth, not too heeled over, not into a lot of waves, I'm going to do the task of bringing in the bumpers. So you don't want to be sailing with bumpers. It's bad etiquette. Okay, so we're going to go back to autopilot. Handle over. Okay, switch to autopilot. Okay, good. Now, it's always the question, being alone, do I want to strap myself in? I don't see any boats coming, I don't see any waves coming. So I'm not going to strap myself in. I'm going to risk my life and limb. Let's get these babies up. Okay. Okay, there's one. So this one I just lay along the side of the deck. If I was racing, you bring them right in. But since they don't seem to interfere tremendously with tacks and that, and they seem to stay in place, we're just gonna bring these two up like that. This one's feeling like it needs some air. Okay, so that should stay there, hopefully. Okay, we're sailing now. So, time to open up the Jenny, the Genoa. So, okay. I wasn't anticipating 8 knots of wind, so we'll see. We're doing 2.2 knots. Probably once I open that up, we'll do about 4 or 5. We'll see. So, okay, this is the lazy sheet. So I'm just releasing the lazy sheet.
Highland Yacht Club, Highland Yacht Club. This is Nel Blue for PCYC, over.
Security. Kayama departing its Queen's Key slip at this time. Security. Kayama departing its Queen's Key slip at this time.
Okay, so this is the furling line. So just make sure that runs smoothly.
Go to 6 feet, Ivana for Highland Yacht Club, over.
And let's see, so we're on a good angle, good tack. Everything's good. Okay, so let's open up Jenny. There we go. Okay, let's control those. Okay, so this is a self-tailing winch, which is really nice. If you do it right, it's really nice. Here we go. Okay, so there we go. Good. Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of the rest of this, like that. Good. And because I'm old and weak, we're gonna crank in the rest. But yeah, for solo sailing, 2-speed. See? So just keep tightening that puppy up. There we go. Did it. So, we're accelerating. We're doing 4.7 knots and an apparent 10-knot wind. Not bad. Okay. Now, I'm going to take over. There's a little bit of... Let's go to standby first. There we go. Now we'll just fall off a little bit. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's better. 5 knots. .3 knots. Pretty good speed. Okay, so I'm going to go back to AutoHelmn. Go to the high side. And look what I see. A race marker. Now, race markers are known to be made of magnetic fiberglass. Anything that's fiberglass, it attracts too. So you gotta always keep your eye out for these race markers, because it doesn't matter where you are, if you're not watching, you'll collide with one. Okay, so we're going to try a automatic tack. So with this AutoHelmn, it will automatically steer me over the next tack. So we're going to try that. So first thing I do is that's ready to go. So we're going to have to release. Okay, so we're going to push these two together. Make sure the mainsail is tight. That is. Okay. In our way. Okay, so here we go. Okay, as she comes around, we're gonna wait for it and release, and then start bringing her in. Oh. Come on, baby. And surprisingly enough, it worked, but it almost wrapped around the shroud there. Huh. Oh well. But anyway, we're going the other direction. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a little extra 10 degrees. Just bring her around a bit. Now, we lost a lot of speed on that tack. A lot of speed. We're down to 2.6 knots, so what am I doing wrong? Could be the current. Oh, we're starting to accelerate. Probably need to tighten that sail. And we're doing good. 6 knots. Okay, so we're gonna go on a downwind. So I'm gonna start steering a little bit more downwind. Okay, I think it's about time we tried a jibe. I ain't jibing you. First thing with a jibe is get this mainsail nice and tight so it doesn't violently shoot over. Okay. We're going to be going that way. So we got to keep control of the mainsail, or not the mainsail, the jib as we come around. So I'm not putting it on the locking mechanism right now. I just don't want it too hard to pull in. Okay. So see, I can actually control it from here. Right? It's not that much pressure on it. So, and let's see how this works. So we are going to kick it over that way. Let's just give it a better chance. Okay, good. And let's do it. Okay. Close. Come on, baby. There. And that was not that much, not that much, not that much, not that much. Okay, take it on standby. More like this, buddy. More like this. I said jibe. Okay. There we go. Okay. Lazy sheet was caught. Okay. So, a nice relaxing jibe. Downwind. Okay. Good. Okay, hold on. Not wind enough. There we go. Oh. Let's get it balanced. Jeez. Put the mainsail out. There we go. And in case you're all interested in my instrumentation here, we got a very old chart plotter. Basically, the only reason I use it is to give me my speed over ground. It also gives me my position, GPS position, if I ever want to call that in because of an emergency. Approximate course over ground, 52 degrees. Almost matches up with my AutoHelmn. They're a little bit off, but to be expected. One is a FluxNet compass operating this, and this one is going through the GPS. So they're not going to completely jibe with one another. Okay, the other piece of instrumentation, well, it's basically a tablet. This is my Tripletek tablet. Right now I have it set up so it is auto-controlling the GoPro camera. But if I don't have that on auto control, let's see. I can also use it for a lovely program called Navionics right here. And so Navionics is what you want for navigation. This is basically the updated version of this. So let's zoom in into Lake Ontario with this guy. And the charts that are loaded into this are ye old. They're probably 15 to 20 years old. And I was coming up on going on a cruise, and I like to use both, just redundancy. It didn't even have the marina I was going to. This one, the maps are always updated. It costs 20 some odd dollars. I don't know, 29, not even that, 29 Canadian dollars, and you know, Canadian dollars aren't worth very much, so it's a pretty good price. Yeah, so I can get all the maps of that I need of Lake Ontario, and that's really all I need, but I think it encompasses a lot more. So once you are at in a Wi-Fi area, you download all the maps you need. It stores them. You go out on your trip. I don't have a 4G, although this is like a 5G network thing. I don't quite understand all that stuff, but yeah, I could use this this little Tripletek here to surf the web if I had one of those multi-G connections. Could update my maps on the go. Don't need to, but could also use this this Tripletek 9 as a telephone. It is really amazing little piece of technology. It cost me about 1,400 of those worthless Canadian buckaroos. So kind of pricey, but it is the perfect tablet to be using for Navionics. It's actually designed for drone pilots, so it's got a super duper bright screen, as you can see. You can see it in bright sunlight. It is water resistant, so no worry if it's raining. Apparently you still can do the touch, shut up, radio. You can still do the touch. A lot of pads, when the screen gets wet, this stuff doesn't work. So that's kind of cool. Just make sure you have your little things closed. That's the USB port. Now I have a charging port here if I need to charge this on the go. right here, back there. I don't know if you can see it. That's a little charging USB charging port. I can charge my thing up while I'm out on the water. But this has got a huge battery in it. It's like 12,000 amp hours. It's crazy big. Only if it gets really low. I mean, I could keep it on constant charge, but this thing just lasts and lasts. It's going to last our little sail today more than adequate. So yeah, if you're looking for navigational instruments, yeah, always keep your old chart plotter that your boat may come with, even if it is umpteen years old. It still works. This is the antenna for it. It gives you some basic information, but it's always a good idea to have backup. Backup your backup. Even if all this went down, I still have my telephone, which has Navionics in it. So Navionics will work on any Android device. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. That's my boat. As you can see, my compass is dead. There is no oil in my compass. It is it's decoration. I thought I've never actually used it. Always used electronics. So maybe one of these days I will get a new compass. They're kind of expensive and I'm kind of cheap. So I don't see the need. I know my sailing skipper there, Ross. He uses his compass all the time for races. He's a real mathematician. He's an engineer, so that ain't no problem for him. So, but me, no, I like, this will tell me exactly where to go. As you can see, there's the course I'm currently on. If I don't veer too far away, it looks like I'm going to crash right into the nuclear power plant. So, yeah, Pickering, somewhere there. Hell no, we won't go. Okay, I've had enough, so now we're going to pull in that Genoa. So, not an easy thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to start going more onto a downwind. Okay, so let's get some tension off that sail. Should be able to start bringing it around. Okay. Good. So, our sail is in now. So we are going to put this furling line away. So when we start the engine, it doesn't go in the water and get wrapped around the prop. Okay. Good. Same with this. Just make sure these are wrapped away for now. Come on. A few times around like that. Let's get them out of the way. Okay, so let's go back into autopilot. There we go, autopilot. And this is always the moment of truth. Will the engine start? I certainly hope so. Make sure she's in neutral. A little bit of gas. Okay, and here we go. Key on. Oh, what a beautiful sound. Okay. Put her in gear. There she goes. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, let's start taking her into the wind and drop that mainsail. Let's drop the speed back. But, so we're going into irons. Okay. Oh, we're getting close. Degree or two. Sail's going back and forth nicely. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see how far I get before I have to go up front. That's the one thing I hate. Come on, there we go. Come on, blow over. We're almost there. Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna put a sail tie on what I got in the back. There's a lot of sail there. Good. So I got lazy jacks. I don't need one sail tie generally. Okay, so we drop the sail the rest of the way. May have to go up front, give it a little hand, which I usually do. Okay, good. Sure. There we go. Good stuff. Well, at the front of the boat, we're gonna kick over those bumpers. There's one. Good. On the other side of the boat. Okay, there's one. Come on, go down. That's that. We're gonna need this line, this landing line. Make sure it's on the outside of the lifelines. Okay. Next. Now we're gonna get blown off. So hopefully somebody can catch me. If not, we may just get blown into Ross's boat. If that's the case, I got that green line over there. I'll just tie up on Ross's boat, hop on his, drag my boat over. I can't jump the gap. I'm not gonna risk falling in the water. So, okay. So have these at the ready. So, slow. That's definitely a blow off. go too early. Get it, come on. Where she falls. Okay, got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's get this one on first. There we go. Okay, next. Come on, baby. There. I might have tapped the dock. Who cares? Okay. Let's shut her down. Okay. Speed. Nobody drowned. Didn't crack any fiberglass. Successful sail. Okay. I wish I had some beer on the boat.